Someone around here was fond of saying it's a beautiful day in New Hampshire, and a wonderful day for a football game, and an even better day to honor one of Cardigan's legends, Coach Jim Marrion. He was a father figure for me. He taught me a lot of life's lessons. He gave me a good kick in the butt when I needed it, but he was always there with his typical love and care and kindness to support me and to provide advice. And Coach, I know I probably speak for everyone here. We love you dearly, and you've meant so much to Cardigan. And I love the fact that we're making this dedication this afternoon. With that said, and in the interest of being short and sweet, Coach Marrion was the athletic director here for many, many years. And when he retired many years ago, people would often ask, is Coach Marrion, how's he doing? What's going on? I said, well, he's retired, so he's only working 40 hours a week. Coach continued to come back to campus, and he passed the baton along to our current athletic director, Ryan Frost. And I can think of no person who would have done a better job to honor Coach Marrion in the example that he set for all of us, and to carry on the legacy of excellence in athletics at Cardigan. So I'm going to pass this along to Ryan. And Coach, thanks for this great day.
Thank you, Dave, for the kind words. I appreciate that. Yes, I was the one that was fortunate enough and lucky enough to be able to try and fill in for Coach's shoes. And with his great help and great mentorship and leadership, we've tried to continue on in his great name and great legend here. He has been a shining example for 40-plus years here on the campus. I've been here now as my 7th year, and every day I think of Coach. Coach was here that first day to help me all along the way, introduce me to people. He knows everybody in New England in athletics, and pretty much everybody in New England, period. I don't go a place that somebody doesn't mention Coach and ask about Coach, and talk to me about Coach and tell me the legends of Coach. And I can testify that every one of them is true, whether it's swimming across the lake to come to work in the morning, or just walking on the ice to get here every day. Whatever it is, Coach did it. And I heard all kinds of stories before I got here, and every one of them fulfilled all of those legends. And so I appreciate everything he's done for me. And to keep it brief, I'm going to say thank you, Coach, for everything you've done for me. I really appreciate it. I'm going to now pass it on to 2 other coaching legends from Cardigan that have come back here to talk about Coach and their relationship with Coach. We'll start with Bob Lowe, athletic director at Groton School. Thank you.
Thanks to Ryan and Dave for inviting me to be a part of this beautiful day. I beat Dave McCusker by 3 months, I think, in that my mother dumped me off in front of Clark Morgan in June of '78 for the summer session, because I was headed off to boarding school, and she was leafing through the Boston Globe magazine and saw in the summer camp advertisement section an ad on Cardigan summer session. She said, "You're going there." Okay, Mom, I guess so. So she dumps me off, says, "I'll see you in August." And one of the first people I met was Coach Marrion. It turned out that I had him for math. That summer I had him for sign up for flag football with Coach and baseball. I won't say anything about the fact that now I teach English, coach soccer, and lacrosse, Coach. But if you fast forward from '78 to '86, my first teaching job was here at Cardigan in the winter school. And again, I parked right out in front of Clark Morgan to move into my new apartment on Clark Morgan 1, thanks to Mr. Wakely. Beautiful apartment. $10,000 a year salary at the time. Thanks you, Mr. Wakely. Where's Mr. Wakely? And the first person to greet me and to help me move into my apartment was Coach Marrion. Fast forward to '96, fortunate to get the athletic director job at Holderness, and how excited I was to tell Coach he was the first person I called him before my mom. And ever since then, our relationship has been so meaningful on so many different levels. I will so cherish our rides down to the NEPSAC AD's meetings down in Worcester. We used to meet at the Hannah Dustin rest area right off of Route 4 in Boscawen. I'd pick him up, and I'd hit him up with all sorts of questions and advice. We know the cliche of coaches that we love to play for. We call them players' coaches. Coach was a coach's AD. You would, as a coach, run through a brick wall for this AD, because you knew he would do anything for you to support you. At the end of the day, it was all about kids for Coach. And it was all about supporting everybody else. He's the most humble, unassuming, unselfish person that I've ever worked for and with. And I can't be more proud to be here. And congratulations to Jim and his family. And this is a great day for the Cardigan family. Thank you. Oh, to my left, I've got a former colleague who I used to really bump around when I coached JV basketball at Holderness. We used to really bump around the Cardigan basketball teams, but longtime history teacher, football coach, basketball coach, baseball coach, legend Nick Lynch.
Thank you, Bob. That was revisionist history. He never won a game against us. Jeez. You leave and they just change it around. I will say this, that this rock to you players will have just great karma because this man really personifies karma. He has the I didn't think this would happen. He truly has the aloha spirit. The man, I think as Mr. Frost said, is all about helping others. His whole life has been that. And if that isn't karma, then I don't know what karma is. He was always fond of the phrase, knock him down and help him up, which I have to admit, Jim, I absolutely hated. And we'd be playing and he'd be saying, help him up. And I'd be like, hey, how about knocking him down? You know, what's this help him up all the time? Mr. Karma over here, we got to tackle him first. But I was all about trying to intimidate people and be fierce competitors and come off the bus ready to kill people and scare them. And Jim was just this nice guy that I think really taught me that you can be a fierce competitor and a kind-hearted person and a good person as well. And as a result of that, this rock truly will bring the karma to Cardigan and some aloha spirit too. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, Coach Lowe and Coach Lynch. We appreciate it and greatly appreciate you being here today to celebrate this with us. I'll now read the inscription on the plaque that will go on this rock. Play like a Cougar. Play hard. Play fair. This rock on Marrion Field, dedicated on October 19th, 2013, to Coach James N. Marrion, symbolizes his never-ending support of Cardigan Mountain School and its athletic program. Coach has dedicated his life to the school, its faculty, and the countless boys whose lives he has positively impacted. Even in retirement, he remains active as an advisor to students and faculty. The school's mission and core values resonate throughout Coach's longtime commitment to spirited competition and to the characteristics of hard work, dedication, and selfless support of others. Finishing nearly every conversation with the question, "What can I do to help you?" is just one of the many examples of how Coach has both embodied and helped craft what has become the Cardigan way. Each time the boys touch this rock as they take the field, they in turn will be touched by the cornerstone strength of Coach Marrion. And unfortunately for Coach Lynch, the quote at the bottom says, knock them down and give them a hand to help them back up. James, Coach Marrion. You want to say anything, Coach? All right. Coach just wants to thank everybody for being here, and he greatly appreciates your support. And I'm sure he would finish with, he'd want to ask you what he can do to help you. So thank you for being here today. And if anybody'd like to come down and talk to Coach, please feel free to come down and say hi to him. Thank you.